I just saw the now viral video of Danae Jackson being interviewed, and it is a heartbreaking video, and it's very hard to watch.
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. I completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself. I tried to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual things that I had seen him doing with them. I tried to recreate that in our life when we were engaged, and none of it amounted to anything.
One thing that's often preached to us as a Christian woman, and that is to try to save your marriage. If the devil is fighting your marriage, to fight against the devil and try to save your marriage. I want you to understand, sometimes the devil that you're fighting is your mate themselves. The devil didn't make this man do anything. This was a choice that he made. There's a lot of comments, people saying that they don't feel sorry for her or anything like that. And that's what you get. You know, she jumped on the internet and was cursing everybody out and saying, like threatening us with scriptures and all of that. She was doing all of that. She thought she was doing what was right. It just shows to me how misguided she was. She thought everybody was the enemy. She was ready to point hands at everybody, ready to throw up fisticuffs at everybody except her own husband. And he was one who was out here living raggedy. We have to be careful when a Christian woman comes to us about a situation that she has, about trying to tell her to fight to save a marriage. Sometimes what is saving her is to get out of that marriage. The toll this must have taken on her mental, emotional health, her spiritual health, her confidence, to always feel like your husband always has another woman. She needed to get away from this man. He did her a favor by being the one that filed for the divorce. This man, nothing about the way he carried himself, even said he was a married man. Before he got caught cheating, we didn't even know this man was married. All we ever saw was a car seat in the back. This man never carried himself like a married man. And even once we all knew he was married, he was still out here living trifling. She needed this break because sometimes God will take something away from us if we don't want to let it go. Now God has pulled it from her and she was kicking and screaming, but eventually, with more time, she's going to realize it was the best thing that ever happened to her, because you should never have to change who you are, what you believe in, how you live, your core morals and beliefs to keep someone. If he don't love you how you are, then he's not the one for you. God would never send you somebody that wants to change every single thing about you. He would never give you somebody that makes you feel like you're not enough. She doesn't realize it now, but she will.